Now, after her arrest last week, Ghislaine Maxwell is expected to appear in court in New York later on this week. Now, if she's found guilty of the charges against her, she could face 35 years in prison. Well, royal editor Russell Myers joins me now. And Russell, as we've always said all throughout of this story's not going anywhere at all. And I guess the question is she going to sing like a canary? Is she going to actually cut some sort of deal? And what does she know?
Well, good morning, Lorraine. Well, this is the key question, isn't it? Whether she will be giving anyone up, any evidence. The pressure is piling on Ghislaine Maxwell. So since her arrest last week, she is expected in a New York courtroom this week, facing very, very serious charges indeed. 6 of them in total, ranging from child trafficking, sexual assault and perjury. She's facing up to 35 years behind bars. Now, obviously, this heaps pressure on Prince Andrew because he is connected to this case. Any of Jeffrey Epstein's associates as well will be particularly worried. The pressure is not only heaping on him from the palace, it's heaping on him from other quarters as well. People who are connected to Ghislaine Maxwell have been speaking and suggesting, one of her friends, Laura Goldman, actually suggested that Ghislaine wouldn't necessarily be giving him up, not only because she valued him as a friend, but potentially because she believed that Andrew didn't know anything. She called him unintelligent, spoilt, entitled, and perhaps he wouldn't have been necessarily asking the questions of the goings-on surrounding Jeffrey Epstein's mansions when he was staying in them. However, the issue is about Andrew's judgment. A picture emerged over the weekend, an absolutely extraordinary image of Ghislaine Maxwell and Kevin Spacey lounging about in the Buckingham Palace throne room, larking around. And this really calls into question Andrew's judgment. He had invited them on a private tour of the palace. He wasn't necessarily there at the time, but it's just further embarrassment for the palace, who have reacted with absolute dismay at these latest allegations and this picture which has emerged.
It's extraordinary, isn't it? I understand Prince Andrew's cancelled a golf trip, so obviously it's incredibly serious.
Well, of course, this is it now. If he's cancelling trips, he's obviously very, very worried about his public persona. I mean, it's absolutely in the gutter at the moment anyway, due to his catastrophic Newsnight interview, all these allegations that are being labelled against him. Now, we must say he has denied all these allegations against him, but the pressure is piling on now, and he will be certainly worried about Ghislaine's arrest and potentially what cooperation she will have with the authorities facing 35 years behind bars.
Yeah, we don't know what she's got. Like as we said, we don't know what videos she's got, what photographs she's got. Who knows? I mean, she's saying that she's innocent of all charges too. Interesting, isn't it, that Prince Charles has always wanted to streamline the royal family, right? So there's Andrew, he's gone. And of course, Meghan and Harry, they went of their own accord. And it's 6 months now since they stepped away from royal duties. I know we've had all the pandemic and everything, but that has gone by incredibly quickly. And it looks like they're getting into some sort of, if you like, new normal life.
Well, I can't believe it. It's been 6 months, since they dropped these bombshell statements. They said that they were going to leave the royal family, and I think that they would have, thought that they would have a very, very different 6 months indeed. They were about to launch themselves into the stratosphere, almost launching a new charitable organisation, and obviously all of that has been put on the back burner because of the coronavirus crisis. Now they're living in this gargantuan mansion in Los Angeles, belonging to Tyler Perry, with their film producer friend, and I hope they try and get a bit more settled, because people I've spoken to, Harry's being quite unsettled out there. That all their plans are up in the air. But someone who is making plans is Meghan. Apparently, she's lined herself up to be a producer of a film, of a novel that she has picked from obscurity from the author Lloyd Scott. The novel is called Election Game. Election year, sorry. It's about a senator running for president who is a Russian spy. So Meghan is apparently making all the moves rather than Harry this time.
Fascinating, isn't it? Absolutely fascinating. Meanwhile, Kate and William, who I know Prince Charles is relying very heavily on, as is the Queen, they were out celebrating the NHS birthday yesterday.
Yeah, rightly so. It was the 72nd anniversary, the birthday of our beloved NHS. William and Kate have been putting their best foot forward throughout the whole of the crisis, haven't they? That giving tribute to the NHS workers who have been working so tirelessly. They visited the Queen Elizabeth Hospital in Kings Lynn and just essentially said, everybody is so appreciative of the work you do, the tireless efforts of everyone in the NHS. I think we all would welcome those sentiments, definitely.
No, very much so. They've played a blinder, both of them, actually, all the way through this. They've not put a foot wrong, not a foot wrong. Thank you.
No, it's perfect.
Thanks, Russell. Great to talk to you as always.